8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Now John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke, or he'll light up your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. He said, John, I believe this is killing me, as the smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Paul, he's a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife. And he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. And the waitress is practicing politics as the businessmen slowly get stoned. Well, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness. It's better than drinking alone. La 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 la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing it with me now. Sing us a song tonight, all over the country, where we're all in the mood for a melody. In Canada, in Florida, you got us feeling all right. It's a pretty good crowd. I can see all out there for a Sunday, especially when Line of Duty is on and it calls at 9 o'clock. And have you ever heard of something called catch-up TV? Switch the catch-up on and watch the JV show. That's live. You can watch it an hour later. Can't believe. People saying to me, oh, you know, I don't know whether I can come to the JV show because now Line of Duty has started and I've got to see who H is. I can tell you who H is. I know the inside story. If you want to know, right? Give me a ring and I'll tell you who it is. Sue, do you know who it is?
I do.
It's Hillary. That's who it is. And it's...
Haffety Hamster.
Haffety Hamster. You are H, sir. J'accuse. And so when you come, when you come to the Steinway Room, you stay with the Steinway Room. Don't go. Now, to John Greenwood, I know he has to usually get up early in the morning. But John is not feeling good today. And John, we're sending big love out to you.
John, we're sending you
with your
lots of love.
sinusitis and your allergies and things kicking off. With, of course, hay fever season. Don't forget to take your antihistamines. Those of you who are hay fever sufferers, I happen to be one, but I don't seem to suffer so much these days.
Not at the moment.
But bear in mind, it's April on Thursday, okay? And spring has sprung. The grass is riz.
I wonder where the Boydie is.
The Boyd is on the wing.
That's absurd.
Go on.
I thought the wing was on the Boyd. Thank you, my father.
The spirit of your dad rests over you, doesn't
It
he?
does, yes.
You often stand like him. It's very weird, isn't it? My mother, I'm going to tell you right now, really worryingly, I went to see her the other day, and we're sitting in the conservatory, and suddenly my mother said, and she's going to watch this show on Monday, and she's going to go, I can't believe you spoke about me. Anyway, my mother suddenly says that she sees a reflection of my dad, and she said, that is like my mother. And she's seeing my grandmother, my dead grandmother, in the window.
Oh, it's only because she thought he looked like her.
I know, but...
I thought you meant that she saw her reflection in the window.
No,
it was his.
She saw Dad's reflection without any hair. I thought,
slightly more
was
worrying.
your mum bald? Was your mum bald? Looking really, Anyway, so, Mum, that's not your grandmother in the reflection.
Not your grandmother.
I did, however, see, when I saw embroidery, I realised that women of a certain age know about embroidery much more than I do.
Yeah, it's funny that.
And it's so intricate.
It's an art.
She suddenly saw. I didn't tell you this. She suddenly saw this piece of embroidery that she'd done. I think must have been many, many, many moons ago. And she covers the table with it because she likes covering everything else. The brethren in her. So she's covering it, and it's beautiful. I mean, really stunning work.
Did she do it or did her mother do it?
No,
Oh, right.
She did it, but she said that she could do all this really intricate embroidery because that's what she did.
Well, can I just tell you?
What?
So could I.
So what happened to you? You're such a disappointment to me. I can't believe nearly 40 years. I've never seen you embroider.
Yeah, finish the
It's a
song.
pretty good crowd for a Sunday.
Those of you who've remembered to put your clocks forward.
And the manager. And she does manage well. And I've got to say this. Despite,
I do my best.
Despite all the stuff.
Despite
that's going,
you.
all the stuff that's going on, and there is a lot going on in our lives that's
Despite
all
you.
spiky and horrible. And for many of you, I know, I see the posts. Giving you a smile is a very difficult thing to do, and Sue does in the face of nearly everything. She's a wonderful daughter to her mum, who's finding it really difficult in the home, and Sue is being magnificent in the way she talks to her. Me, I just shout her, but.
I know that comes as a shock, but we are.
But the manager, she gives me and you and everybody else out there who's joined us tonight a smile. Because actually, there's room for optimism. There really is.
There is.
Because she knows that it's me. Despite all that. They've been coming to see. We'll hear from you. Some lovely singing from you tonight.
Well, maybe.
So forget about life for a while. Sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? La 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 la. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. I hope you are. And you've got us feeling all right. Piano dies away. We welcome you to yet another JV Live. why don't you swing down Cherry, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down Cherry, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home on the other side. Swing, 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 swing. Oh, why don't you swing, 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 swing? Well, Ezekiel went down in the middle of the field. He saw an angel working on a chariot wheel. He wasn't so particular about the chariot wheel. He just wanted to see how a chariot feels. Why don't you swing down chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Swing, 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 swing. Why don't you swing, 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 swing? Well, Ezekiel went down and he got on board. The chariot went a-bumping on right down the road. Now he was so particular about the bumping of the road. He just wanted to lay down his heavy load. Why don't you swing down chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Come on, Mark, play that organ. You ready? Bring it right down. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home. I got a home on the other side. I got a home. I got a home on the other side. I got a home. I got a home on the other side. I got a home on the other side. Oh, yeah. We thought we'd wake you up with that one. How you doing? Well, everybody, what a week it's been. Another week.
Another week done.
And how are you doing, everybody? Write in, tell us how you're feeling. And if you're feeling a bit grumpy, you can say you're a bit grumpy. Most of the week I spend grumpy because I'm a grumpy person. And that's who I am. But I think, actually, there is genuinely cause for optimism. And this week, that's from tomorrow officially, people can meet outside and you can, and the temperature, which is a blessing for everybody, is going up to 20 degrees on Tuesday, is it?
Yes. Well, down here, I'm not sure about you lot up in Scotland.
No,
but
up in
certainly
Scotland,
down here.
no, I think it's probably about minus 15.
Oh,
so
that's
it'll be
warm,
fine.
then.
You'll have a
It's
lovely...
warm.
That's warm, yeah. You can warm yourselves in the heat of the sun. And we give greetings to people up in Scotland, particularly,
We do.
the Penmans, to
Have you got
John and
subtitles
Liz.
so you can understand him?
That's racist. That's definitely... That's got to go down in the racist things. I mean, you're not allowed to say things like that, Sue. Not anymore.
Okay.
Anyway, it is. It's us today. It's just us. We thought we'd actually go guest free, and
Yes.
you can be by your phone because I may be phoning you.
It could be you.
And I'm just going to do a few songs from the new album, because the new album comes out. It arrives.
It arrives tomorrow in my hot little hands, so I'm so excited. So I'll be posting it out to you on Tuesday and Wednesday.
And this one, it's got nothing to do with anything apart from It's Dwight, what's his
Reg
name?
Dwight's birthday
Reg
this
Dwight's
week.
birthday. You know who Reg Dwight is? One of the great songwriters of this pop era. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money. Boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. When I sat on the roof and kicked off the moss, well, a few of the verses, well, they got me quite cross. But the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting these things I do, well, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or the blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. And that for Dwight Thingy, happy birthday.
Yes.
Thank you for the songs. And I put in that deliberate mistake in the middle just to make sure that you understood.
not keeping the record.
No, listen, when you're a pianist, right, you've got so many things to remember. Now, these are real glasses, but they are very cool.
Everyone thinks that you look very cool tonight.
Can I just say, because look at this. Look, I'm very cool.
Oh, you can't speak into the microphone.
I know. Taking it off. But if you notice, I've got this shirt, right? I've lost another few pounds. You should have noticed that. And if everybody hasn't noticed and written in, and it's not because I've shaved, all right, or anything, but I thought I'd just go for the cool look. I'd go for the Billy Joel look. You know, that's what he does. He puts a jacket on and a shirt.
A few people have noticed that Barney is back on the piano.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
What happened was that last week, Jonathan was playing the piano so vigorously that the precious award jumped off the piano onto the keys. So the award,
Where's the award
is beside me for safekeeping. And Barney, who is a bit safer if he jumps off the piano, is on the piano. But I have to say, he's looking a bit drunk, actually.
Now, when you play on the piano, just for kind of technical things, you're thinking, because I don't have music in front of me. I've learned all these songs. There are a couple that I've got music for tonight, and I can read them off, but I'm not. I always have them in my head. So suddenly what happens is a mind freeze. So if you're playing, and I remember doing, I've had mind freezes on live radio where I've been playing, and I remember doing Old Man River. I was doing Old Man River, that old man river, he must know something. And it was going terribly well. And it was the BBC, it was Friday night music night, and it just keeps rolling, keeps on rolling along. And I lost my concentration. I was looking out to the audience, and I started, this is absolutely genuine, I started thinking, I wonder what kind of life they lead. I wonder where they live. I wonder what kind of house they have. I wonder if they're happy. I was looking out to people doing that. And so when it got to you and me, I couldn't remember what key I was in. And if the audience didn't know this because I just went, you and me, we straight and strain. And I missed out 2 bars just by playing one note. And I made it sound as though that's what I intended to do. But it was a brain freeze, and that's what often happens when you do live stuff. This week was the first time I sung in public, and it was a disaster for me. And I hadn't sung in public, and I sung at the cathedral for Mothers' Union thingy. I don't want to talk about that. That I will not even talk about.
Can I just say it wasn't disastrous? I tuned into the stream, and it wasn't disastrous.
But
as far as he is concerned.
And this is the point, people out there. This is, for many, I spoke to somebody afterwards about this, and they said that what happens is you often forget how to do something. So I was talking to a friend who's a filmmaker, and he said, I've made films since 1979, and suddenly, because this year has been, well, you get up when you want to get up, you do what you want to do, you watch a bit of TV, you go out in the garden, go out for a walk, do something, but nothing much. There's no impetus to drive. Go on.
Liz Ormiston and I were having a little chat earlier on, and she came up with a wonderful phrase. She said, I used to host the home group here and used to entertain all the time. She said, now I couldn't hold a bun fight in a bakery.
No.
And actually, I said to her, do you know, I think a lot of people feel that.
Yeah, they do.
Things that you would have normally done without
As a
any
matter of
thought,
course.
now you go, I'm not sure that I can do that anymore.
Yeah, and then there is a thing about age that catches up on you. You know, I'm 60 and I'm not as good. So the voice doesn't work as well, but all the muscles didn't work. They didn't work for me, and they collapsed after verse 6. There were 7 verses of Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Prince of Peace, and whatever. And I hadn't realised that we were still in the Roman Catholic Church, but there we are. But we sung this song, and by verse 7...
No, you sang it,
I sang the song. No one else was allowed to sing, not even hum. And the nonsense of that just struck me, and I was overcome by the fact that I could not get to verse 6 and 7 with on that day, and I thought a lot of us have lost the skills of performing that, and I'm desperate to get out there and perform live. And of course, what it did is it shook my confidence about singing. So I'm doing lots of singing tonight because I've not sung in public, although I've done in front of thousands, in just live in front of people. It was a weird thing. So when I sing tonight, I'm trying to get myself. I'm going to stand up and sing a couple of songs from the new album.
Going to keep
But
you on my toes.
this one is for lovely Sally and
Yes.
Roy Windsor.
Actually, it's not for Roy. It's
not
for
Roy.
Sally,
Okay,
because
it's
it was
for
her
Sally.
birthday this week.
Oh, was
and
it?
Sally, you asked for this one, but can I just tell you that your husband Roy contacted me last week before you did. So happy birthday for this week, Sally, and love to you both from us.
Always. We look forward to the moment we can come and see you. Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear maybe ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. And if you notice that little mistake up there, but what you do is you reinforce it.
Go a bit higher. They enjoyed that very much. Very smooth, JV. They were saying melting chocolate with a ripple of cream, says Karen.
Oh, melting chocolate with a ripple of cream.
Yes, everyone liked that description, but it's true, isn't it? Sort of like that sort of lovely, melted chocolate feeling.
Well, look, what my voice always did, and it was one of those things where in the early days, they used to describe my voice in the press as like brown melted chocolate because it was quite warm. I was the warm baritone.
The warm sound.
And it was always that in the opera houses they hired me because I could do the warmth as well as the comedy, and it's one of those things about the voice. So I always sing. So the album, the second album, and we'll start talking about it now because it's out on Monday, and we are sending out, just so that you're aware, John Greenwood, yours will be the first in the package. We'll send it. We'll
find your
get
label
the
and
postman
put it first in the post.
First in the post, and on Tuesday or Wednesday, and we'll make sure that somehow you get yours first. And John, if you don't get it, I'm losing will to live. I really, literally am. But the songs are, as usual, a mix of spiritual and just songs that songs that I love, lovely songs, Misty, look at me, and I'll sing that in a second. What a difference a day makes. All these kind of songs, but also the beautiful, one of my favourite songs of all time that I've ever sung, "God of the Moon and Stars" by Paul Field, and this version has to be one of the most beautiful. But also, there's a song, and I'm going to cue it up now. That we've done a video, and my granddaughter, bless her, we've been able to have her in and look after them recently, and they love going out to the studio and watching with me, sitting around and watching this next video, which is all about optimism and what's going to happen literally in days here in Great Britain.
And can I just say, Chris and Alan Chivers, you asked for this one. Because of the optimism, and because you are going to get to see your daughter and your grandson soon. And I know, because there's been a lot of messages coming through, that a lot of people are very excited about being able to see their family for the first time in about 6 months.
Or sometimes a year, actually.
And sometimes a year. So for those of you who are beginning to see little shoots of optimism, this one is for you.
This one is for you. Thank you, Rachel. Take it away.
Long time traveling down this hard and rocky road. We're all just trying to survive, walking together and sharing the load, doing all we can to stay alive. I believe the journey's nearly over. I believe these troubled times will end. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. We may be weary, and sometimes we just don't know how we can keep on keeping on. Take one day at a time and trust that history will show. When we're united, we are strong. I believe the journey's nearly over. I believe these troubled times will end. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. So take care of each other, for we all need the hope that heals, the love that mends. Even when the darkness is as far as we can see, the sun will shine again somewhere just around the bend. Of each other, for we all need the hope that heals, the love that mends. Even when the darkness is as far as we can see, the sun will shine again, I believe, just around the bend. Just around the bend. I believe the journey's nearly over.
I believe the journey's nearly over.
I believe these troubled times will end.
I believe these troubled times will end.
I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. I believe we'll find a better place just around the bend. Just around the bend. God on high, hear my prayer, hear my need. You have always been there. He's afraid. Let him rest. Heaven bless. Bring him He's like the son I might have known. If God had granted me a son, the summers die one by one. How soon they fly, on and on, and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he's only a boy. You can take, you can leave. Let him be. Let him live. If I die, let me die. Let him live. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home. When I dedicate that to Alan and Jackie Slough,
Yeah.
to Rob Barron,
Die.
to die.
And actually, a number of you for whom your sons and some daughters are away in other countries and you're not going to be seeing them for a while. That's a very poignant song for you, actually, at that point in the conversation. So,
A song that I asked how you're all feeling, and it's so. How are you feeling this week?
yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Been a bit of a mixed week.
Tell us a little bit about that without divulging too much, but you know.
Well, I mean, yes, Jonathan mentioned my mum, and bless her, I actually went in to see her on Friday, which was great, but a bit weird because, you know, it was the whole sort of PPE and so on, which she found a bit confusing, and the door was open for fresh air, and so she was not very happy about that. And so it just felt very strange. And I spoke to the staff and they all said, she's marvellous, she's wonderful, she's settling really well, she's making friends and she's doing this and she's doing that. And yes, she did dancing this week and so on. And I said to Mum, hello, Mum, you know, how are you getting on? And she said, oh, I don't like it at all. No activities, nothing.
I don't. In fact, today she told me that she doesn't eat anything.
No, I know. She said today she doesn't go to the restaurant to eat, and
But
I
she
know
does.
she's going 3 times
Every
a day.
Tuesday.
So it's difficult. It's very hard, and I just have to trust that in the moment she's all right. She's having a good time while she's there, and she's in the best place, isn't she?
She is.
She's in the best place.
And so for many of you, and I think of Linda, you quoted Liz Ormiston, who's having a tough time, and you're having a tough time. You had a reaction to the injection, but that is to be expected. So you'll get over that. It'll be fine. I think a lot of us are just going to have to. Do you know? Many years ago, I mentioned it in my book. And those of you who haven't got the books, get the books. They're really such a good read. They're a toilet read. You can read a chapter in a toilet.
You can,
or you
as
can
Sally
sit and read
did,
it.
You can lie in the bath until you finish the whole thing,
And then you've got crinkle cut chips. But when I mentioned my music teacher, and I always mention him, Ian Lawrence, who's still a family friend, and even to this day. And I remember when I was 12, I was terribly bullied, and awful. It was awful. And he came, and rather than removing me from the situation, he gave me the key to his music room. But he put his hand on my shoulder, and he just said these 3 words. He said, "Be brave, John. You've got to be brave."
That's helped you a lot of times.
A lot of
in
times.
your life.
Every time when I went in for have this thing fitted, it's horrible, and I have to have, they plug me. And when they have it, I just went, and remember I got out of the car, and I just said to myself, "Be brave." I said to Poppy the other day, she asked me, I was walking down to the swings, and she said, "Are you frightened of anything, Grandad?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm frightened of a lot of things. Are you?" So she said, "I'm not frightened of dinosaurs anymore."
Oh, bless her.
So I said, "That's good news." Because the Tyrannosaurus Rex that lives in the playground is coming to get you. I didn't say that. So, but it was it, and I told her the story of Be Brave, and she's come back to it. She says, somebody was nasty to you, and a man put his hand on, and because I demonstrated it. It's like a hand on the shoulder,
it, doesn't she?
And we remember those physical acts, and I just encourage you to find courage. It's difficult to do, but when there's a Bible verse that says, "Be bold, be strong, for the Lord your God is with you." That moment, it's the same thing. He's saying, "Be brave, be bold as well, be strong." And why? Because the Lord your God is with you. For those who are not Christian, that's the kind of. I know it's difficult to hear, but maybe it is. But that's what we say. That's what we say in Christian circles. Be bold, be strong, for the Lord your God is with you. And I think at times when it's difficult.
But also there was something that came up in something I was reading this week, and I did post it to say that actually it's a proven fact that actually you can cope with difficult situations if you've got companionship, if you've got people around you.
Yeah.
And that for me was just a confirmation of what we've all discovered, that actually with one another it's much easier to cope because you've got people around you who support you, who are kind to you. And I certainly would say that that's true in my life, that actually I need people around me just to encourage me and help me and give me strength.
That's partly what we're doing now. Can you take the mute off, please?
I can.
And that is going to be...
Is it you, photo friend? Is it you?
Okay.
Is it me?
Hello.
Hello,
It's
Karen.
you.
Yes, hello.
JV here.
And Heather.
I'm just trying to mute the telly.
Oh,
Hold
hello.
on a minute. Let me put it on speaker so Heather can hear you.
Hello, Heather.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
Can you
can't
do
put
it?
it on speaker.
There we go. Hello, Heather.
Okay. Heather. Heather.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Oh.
It's lovely to hear you. And do you know what? Heather was just saying that you were such an influence in our lives in London when we were there 34 years ago, 35 years ago. And you were a pastoral worker and a lovely, lovely lady and a great influence on so many people and a blessing to so many. And I just wanted to speak to say hello to you. Have you had a good week, Heather?
Yes, thank you. Very nice.
Very nice. And are you enjoying the show tonight?
Are you enjoying the show? He said.
Oh, yes, that was the mystery.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh yes, without a doubt, I wasn't going to miss this."
Oh, fantastic! Well, it's lovely having you. And Karen, who you've been caring for Heather for what, 30 years now?
No, the first 25, she was caring for me, looking after me with my
so
ME.
lovely.
And yeah, now it's payback time.
And you're caring for her. You came here for a cup of tea last summer, and it was just so wonderful to have you, and just to see you both actually. And Karen, you're such a powerhouse, you're an energy ball, and you're a very persuasive woman, and I love that about you. You know.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. I think I'm a bully.
Well, yeah, you probably are. An ex-copper. What can I say?
Yeah,
you and John bound
exactly.
together, eh?
Oh my goodness. Yes, don't get us in the same room.
No, I know. Anyway, I love the stories you told, but also, Karen, how have you been getting on this week?
Yeah, this week's been a challenge, as days are. But we have good days and we have bad days. But you know what? It's life, isn't it? And the pandemic makes dementia worse for people who are suffering.
Yeah.
So we just sort of, at the moment, we look forward to our Sunday nights with you two. And Heather waves at you and talks to you and smiles at you. And it's that sort of crossover with, you know, what's real and what's sort of on the telly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
on one hand, it's great. On the other hand, it can be a little bit weird occasionally.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
but
yes.
yeah.
And dementia takes different paths, doesn't it, and different days.
It does, yeah, it does. So we work on the principle that we need to live in the present. We need to live in today.
Yeah.
Because if I think about tomorrow, I worry. If I think about yesterday, I get a bit cross and grumpy. So what have we got today?
Do you know what? That's a
in the
lovely
moment.
that's a
In the
lovely thing. And actually, I'm going to do a song called Moments, but just because that exactly. Can I? In a second, I'm just making Rachel aware. I'm going to have the backing track for that because I think that is exactly what this song we've entitled the album Moments. Because it's about, isn't it, Karen, a collection of moments all together that make up a day and that make up a life, and good and bad moments.
It is. It is.
And I just think we can. I have my moments of great. Well, I'm going to use the word depression, and people know that I've suffered from depression before.
Yeah.
And I have moments of great. Optimism and hope, and they mix together actually to form what we are.
It is. It's like I said earlier. It's like melting chocolate with a ripple of cream in it. You know, and it's just waiting for those moments.
It is that. And Karen, and Heather, it's an absolute pleasure talking to you on Phone a Friend tonight. Thank you for always watching, for being loyal, for sending lovely things to us, you know, little dishes and goodness knows what. You sent us some vouchers for
some meals when
when we're allowed to eat. Here's me trying to lose weight. You're a horrible woman.
When we've had the op.
Yes. But now when we've had the op, right. So bless you, both of you. I'm going to just say goodbye to Heather. Heather, I'm waving to you now.
Oh, there, it's waving. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Hi, John.
Bye, Heather.
Heather.
We love you lots. We hope to see you
Goodbye
for a cup of tea soon. All right.
Yep, we're waiting to see you.
Yeah,
God bless.
We'll come down to you.
Bye.
Okay, bye, darling. Bye.
Bye.
What a lovely call. And that's what we do. And that's what it's about, the Freeds. So why don't we let me just find the song. Cause,
She's found it for you.
I know she's found it, but I need to find There we are. Oh, Barney's gone. Here we go.
Oh, in the piano.
Let's have that, Rachel. Let's have that lovely title track from the new album, Lockdown Sessions 2, and this is Moments.
These are the moments that we love so well, precious moments caught within a spell. All too soon our lives, they fade away. These are the moments that we wish would stay. And if I had my life to live again, I would choose to be with you, my friend. Time moves slowly, yet it goes so fast. And who knows how long our days will last. So cherish deep within you the love you'll get today. for tomorrow steals that away. Tomorrow steals that away.
Bryn Herworth, come on and play this one.
These are the memories that we made so well. Lives like stories that we love to tell. When we're old with not so much to say, we'll have the memories that we made today. We'll have the memories that we made today.
Now, get on there and tell us right away,
Well,
straight
they-
away.
They,
Tell
they
us what
do
you
love
think.
it. They've been saying it throughout. And just to remind you, if you've forgotten the story, Jonathan rang Bryn to ask him if he would actually play on Lockdown Sessions 2.
Very famous guitarist.
And he's a wonderful guitarist, as you can hear. And in the conversation, I suddenly heard Bryn say, would you like to do one of my songs? Because there's one that I think would work.
And it was only 2 days from...
And I have to say that Jonathan just went, okay, and Bryn sang it to you over the
Down
phone, didn't he?
with a guitar.
And
Yeah.
instantly we both knew that it was perfect for you to sing and perfect for the album. But it was a very brave thing for him to do that.
He's never done it.
He's never done it before.
And when he said to me afterwards, he said, I've never ever done that in all my life. He said, I'm a songwriter, you know, that's what I do. I pitch songs. But he said, I've never done that. But he said to me afterwards, he said, both Sally, his wife, lovely Sally, and him, said, this is a song for Jonathan and Sue right at the moment. And it is. And it struck in. And I sung it to my parents, these moments, and I said, these are the moments that we made so well. Lives like stories that we long to tell. I said, love, it's long to tell. When we're old, with not too much to say. And I thought actually of a lot of you with people with dementia. They don't have the words anymore. They don't have the order. They can't say them in the order they want. But somehow memories that they made years ago come back. And Heather is one of those people. She hasn't got all those words that she wants to say. She's got so many. And she was such an intelligent woman that could, and she still is. But the words can't come out.
A bit locked in.
So these are the moments. These moments are very special. So just that's the title track of the album. We hope you enjoyed that one. Why don't we do a song with Sue? Okay. Now, yeah, I know it's a song with you, and it was one that somebody we sung, and I'll sing again. The Money song. What was it? From Topol.
If I were a
If I
rich
were
man.
If I were a rich man, which people loved. And I don't know why you love it so much, but you did. It's different. But this one, the story behind this was that this is the first thing I ever did on stage at school. And I did it with a boy called Stephen Smith, who was Fagin, and he was brilliant. He was he's an organist, and still a friend online now. And he doesn't listen to the show, sadly.
And what
I think
did you-
it's a bit
what
wet.
did you
And
play,
I played
Oliver?
Dr. Grimwig.
Yes.
A nothing role. I walked in and said, I think your temperature, whatever
Yeah.
Dr. Grimwig says. And after that, then they asked me the following year if I would do The King and the King and I. And that was the thing that changed my mind about going on stage, about being out in front of people. When I stuttered and I said I couldn't do it because I'd stutter. And he said, just learn it, said Ian, my music teacher, bless his heart. And then he wrote in the Wilson and Brent Chronicle, when interviewed about me, they said something about me being the star of the show. And he said, I don't know what it is about Jonathan Vera, but he has it, whatever it is. And that's when I went on from there to and that was the first thing I did. So I never did play Fagin. I was asked to play for the Sheffield.
I think you would have been a fabulous
Do you remember I was asked to do
Fagin.
the Sheffield Playhouse?
Yeah.
They wrote and asked if I'd
you
do
would have been
Fagin
fantastic.
in a run, and for professional theatre. And you know what? I was doing opera at the time. I couldn't do it, but and Sue's going. We started doing it. The story. Sue knows all these songs. Sound of Music. I mean,
I was raised on this kind of stuff.
Tubby the Tuba.
Oh, I know. I just loved it all. But I was raised on musicals of those era because my aunts were singing in musicals and my grandfather sang in the musicals.
A big shout out to them.
Yeah.
A big shout out. Auntie Veronica and Auntie Norma.
Yeah, I would go to all these musicals and I would hear them all and then I loved them all. I loved singing along. And they drive Jonathan mad.
Because she knows all the words and she does it in the voice of Ron Moody. The spirit of Ron Moody is back. In this life, one thing counts. In the bank, large amounts. I'm afraid these don't grow on trees. You got to pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You got to pick a pocket or two.
Large amounts don't grow on trees. You've got to pick a pocket or two.
That's very good. That's very good. Why should we break our backs stupidly paying tax? Better get some untaxed income. You better pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two. Boys, I got to pick a pocket or two.
Why should we all break our backs? Better pick a pocket or two.
So, take it away.
Robin Hood, what a crook, gave away what he took. Charity's fine, subscribe to mine. Get out and pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two.
Robin Hood was far too good. He had to pick a pocket or two. You do this one as well, Eva.
Take a tip from Bill Sykes. He can whip what he likes. I recall he started small. He had to pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two.
If we ever old Bill Sykes, if we pick a pocket or two. Dear old gent passing by, something nice takes his eye. Everything's clear, attack the rear. You get in a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two. Boys, you've got to pick a pocket or two. When I see someone rich, both my thumbs start to itch, only to find some peace of mind. You've got to pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two. Boys, you've got to pick a pocket or two. Just to find some peace of mind, you have to pick a pocket or two. What are we doing here? You know that moment when you think, what am I doing? I was a serious artist, right? No, I was.
No, you were never a serious artist.
Shut up. I was a serious artist. Have you taken this off mute?
Yes.
I just like phoning people.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing, right? And how you right? And have fun, all right? So you know I'm all right. Say you're at any time, all right? Hello.
Are you okay? Do you need a doctor?
I just thought, actually, you know, I'd like to be like you, you know, and speak like that, you know, it's that. I know, yeah. And listen, all you people up there in Scotland, you go, oh, that's rubbish. Oh, that's a terrible wee accent. Can I tell you?
Do people know who's on?
Well, oh, it's John Deck, by the way. It's the famous John Deck.
John Dick from Germany.
Welcome from Freiburg. And anyway, John, I just wanted to check in. You've had one hell of a time over this last year, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been quite interesting. Ups and downs and roundabouts. And some weeks harder than others.
So, what was this week like?
Yeah, pretty rubbish, to be honest. I think we're all feeling it a bit. This week was probably the hardest when you see your kids suffering and struggling through lockdown and just really feeling as flat as a pancake, and you would do anything to try and lift them. So, yeah, it's been a bit strange, and then we've been trying to keep church going. We've been trying to figure out what to do with the new regulations. Should we open? Should we close?
Well, I mean, I know that in Scotland, I know she tried to be more, whatever he does, she wants to go a little bit more than that. But I'm just asking, what are the regulations for you in terms of opening churches?
So, yeah, basically the government was found to have acted unlawfully this week in terms of closing churches and making it criminal to go. So
what a shock that is.
Yeah. So that was so basically churches could really open immediately, but the official date was to be back today in order to be in for Easter for those churches that choose to do it. But we're not. We're going to remain online for now. So that's where we're at.
Why is that for you? What's your reasoning?
Logistics, safety of the folks who are coming. We've still not had all of the vaccine rolled out. We're obviously wanting to make sure everybody's safe. And also the fact to get 50 people in and not being able to sing, not being able to spend time together, not being able to do all the stuff you do at church, to me just seems a bit crazy. I know other churches have decided to open, and that's brilliant, but we're going to just keep with online.
I have to say, John, I'm in total agreement with you. I think, and the absurdity of and I'm going to say it publicly, I don't care. You know, I'm past caring about these things, I'm afraid. And it became political because of the way it was handled. And I think the idea that you can be in a cathedral. I was in a cathedral, and they were told they couldn't hum even with masks on. They couldn't hum. Now, this is unscientific rubbish, and it's total nonsense. And I just thought, what am I doing here? I actually thought, what am I doing here? In a sense, going along with these regulations that mean nothing and that have stopped people being able to go into churches legally. And what? And I'm going to say it, but what happened to people? Because the insurance companies put the squeeze on people, and I understand that on bishops, and they said, you know, we won't cover people. But did they shut the supermarkets when everybody started getting infections? No, because almighty commerce trumped the spirituality of people. And look at, you know, what people needed to do, John. People needed to meet together, because that's the thing that people are missing. That's what they're missing.
Yeah. And that's the thing that I thrive on, is connection. So to be over 12 months now of, you know, last week was our 1 year anniversary of Church Online, and seeing minimal amount of people, and it's a really strange feeling. But and it also means when you actually see someone in person, you're normally with them, you know, and having chats and trying to figure out what's happening. But yeah, it's been quite difficult.
Can I just say to you, John, though, you've contributed to the services that we've done. You've been online. You're always an encourager. You're always a positive person, and we just thank you for what you've done this year. I just wanted to say that to you.
I appreciate that, and it's been quite fascinating. We've talked about it before, but you know, that wee verse, somebody was talking to me last week about it, about, you know, what you intended for harm, God intended for good. Yes. And, you know, we have to take the blessings out of all the badness that we've seen. And I would say that's something that you need to count your blessings, you know, and name them one by one.
I think so. And I think Sue and I were trying to reflect on this, you know, from our personal point of view, who would have known what has happened with this group, this JV
Yeah.
community, that has supported and shown true, what I believe is total care for people, irrespective of where they come from. It doesn't matter who they are and what they are, and that's been the basis of this community. And I think what I was trying to share with people was, in as much that verse, that for me, I've based it on two things. One was the Bible, and the other one was Wordsworth. And it was that verse that says, when Jesus says, when I was naked, you clothed me. When I was hungry, you fed me. When I was in prison, you visited me. In as much as you've done it to the least of my brethren, you've done it to me. And the other one was Wordsworth saying, that better part of a man, those little unremembered acts of love and of kindness. All right?
Yeah.
And those two things married together have formed this community of people who care for each other. It's wearing, but goodness, I've seen this. Albums have come out from this, where music has come out, blessing people, and people like you have risen to the surface. And I can name so many people: Stuart McCready, Karen Bate, Rob Barron, so many who are instrumental. Sharon By, in helping people and changing people's lives and changing the narrative from what it is to what they experience in their daily lives. John Greenwood, he knows that this community has kept him sane, and for so many of us. So, John, I just wanted to say that to you, and we love you. And
no, thanks, bro.
I honestly can't wait until we can get up there into a church and sing to people, all right, with people, and all of that. Okay, just
awesome.
Bless you. That's all. I'm going to sing a song for you. Bless you, Matt.
Thanks, bro.
See you. Bye. He's finding it tough. Can we do what a difference? I'm going to do what a difference a day made, because in fact, that's the truth. It's going to be a real shock to people. I'm going to stand up and sing this one.
Okay. And can I say this is dedicated to Pauline and David Barry. You got your 57th wedding anniversary today. That's incredible. 57 years together. And Pauline wanted to say thank you to David for being a wonderful husband. And you're a very fortunate lady to have a wonderful husband. That's all I'll say.
Excellent. Put it up, pause, darling. What a difference. I thought I'd stand and sing. Give a bit of perspective. Here we go. You ready? What a difference a day made. 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm a part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear. Since you said you were mine, what a difference a day makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling kiss, it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made, and the difference is you. Play it, Ben Castle.
said you were mine, oh mine. What a difference a day made. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss that first came, it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made. And the difference is you. Is you. Is you. My baby, it's you. Sweet man, it's you. I hope you enjoyed that one. There we go, Sue. Now, I think I'm going to sing a song with Sue now again. And this one, we practiced this a few weeks ago. And it was because it was, I think, Christopherson used to sing this. Chris Christopherson. That one, him. And the Gaither lot, the tall guy with the long hair, what's his name? Yeah, him. He sings it.
He does.
And
Guy Penman.
Penrod.
Penrod. Sorry,
And
John.
I listened to a lot of Gaither stuff. Introduced it, to them by Liz and John up in Scotland, Bathgate, and they put it on, and I thought, oh, it's not really my cup of tea, and I've got into it. And actually, during lockdown, and I have to say to them, and I thank you for this, because that was my church. That was my place of getting spiritual sustenance, and I would listen to them, and I'd hear them go, you know, he touched me. Oh, he touched me. And oh, what joy how floods my soul. Something happened, and now I know he touched me and made me whole.
And you love the harmonies, don't
It is
you?
as well.
It's sort of fantastic harmonies that are happening, and that pleases you as
Yeah,
well.
it does.
Musically.
Musically, I love the tight harmony, and a lot of it is what they call diatonic. So it's not anything really greatly interesting in the harmony, but it's such tight harmony. But it's a wonderful sound, and it's very encouraging. So because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, you can say this with me. All fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives. You can sing it with me. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know who holds that life is worth the living just because it is. And I always, I'll never make apology for singing Christian songs, ever. And some that move me right in my soul. But I never make apologies either for singing songs like What a Difference. And that's on the album as well. This one, we just did it.
That wasn't the one we were planning to sing.
No, that wasn't. This is the one we're planning to sing. It goes like this. Why me, Lord, what have I ever done to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known? Tell me, Lord, what did I ever do that was worth loving you? All the kindness you show. Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I've needed you, so help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hand. Tell me, Lord, if you think there's a way I can try to repay all I've taken from you. Maybe, Lord, I can show someone else what I've been through myself on my way back to you. Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I've needed you, so help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hand. Help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hand. That was lovely. Did you enjoy
I
singing
enjoyed
that?
singing that. And Stuart's just popped his head above the parapet. We are going to welcome you back when you arrive back properly, Stuart.
Oh,
But Stuart just popped his head above the parapet and said Bill Gaither is 85 today.
well,
So thank you, Bill, for
thank
all
you,
the
Bill,
gift
for the
of
songs
music.
and the extraordinary vision that you have. And I think actually one of the good guys in this business, and there are not always good guys in this business, let me tell you that. You all think that they are, but they're not. And this guy, he's a good guy. One of the most wonderful things, he just welcomes people back in. He doesn't judge people, and it's been the basis of the way I've tried to live my life too. And he's a great guy, but both Gloria and Bill. I have no idea about the politics, don't care. What they do about the way they live their life seems to be good, and they're good people. So if you want to go and listen to some other stuff apart from JV, and just a quick shout out to the JV YouTube channel. I was going through, my granddaughter loves what she said. I love watching it, Grandad. And one of the things that like just around the bend, you can go on, you subscribe. Now it'd be great if you subscribe to the JV channel. There's
What
not
does
a
that
catch.
mean? What does that mean?
You just press subscribe, and then that means you go on, and it counts every time you
Okay.
do it.
Does it mean that you get notified if
There's
we
another,
post something
I
else?
guess there'll be a notification on YouTube. And it just, if you're not signing your life away, you're not giving your firstborn child when they're 10 years old over. So go on there, and actually, why don't we have from YouTube that beautiful song that we all did, and
all sang with us.
We all sang with us.
So
Now
Rachel,
the
can
JV
we
choir, could you
tee
that up while I'm introducing it? Just to say, this album is coming out Monday, but we've had such a positive response from people. And Mark and I were talking, and just tell me whether you like the idea, okay? Mark Edwards and I were talking. I was talking to Matt, who's the executive producer, I was talking to Sue, and we're talking about the idea, if I'm well enough, which seems I am at the moment, that we get together in the studio and we start to talk about doing the third lockdown album that would come out at Christmas. It would be a Christmas album, and it would be a mixture of spiritual and songs for Christmas, the usual mix of JV stuff. Mark is raring to go, and I'm starting to think about, driving home for Christmas, that type of thing. And somebody said, could we have songs that are quite up? And it would be quite nice to have some quite joyful songs as well as a few thoughtful songs. But Mary, Did You Know? That will be one of them. But also what we wanted to do was think about putting you guys in one of the songs.
Choir song, yes,
choir
fantastic.
songs again.
We could
And
do
it'd
that
be
again,
a way,
couldn't we?
it was a wonderful way of you becoming involved and raising money for the project, because it needs to. All the money we raised for these two albums has gone, and we've spent it well. Two albums for £20,685, and lovely contributions from other people who looked after the shortfall as well. And we have somebody who's given a gift that when we start working, we can help other churches who can't afford us, and just all that kind of thing. So we've been greatly blessed, and I just feel, I don't know, but I'm thinking a Christmas album with a song from the JV Community Choir, and we could make it even bigger than we've got, which will be a nightmare for the mixing engineer. He said, "You're joking, how am I supposed to do this?" So it was a way of getting this made, and it was also a way of getting it. And look at you've had on Facebook, you've had 23,000 views of that you guys have been out there on that. And my Poppy goes, "That's my nana."
Yes, Jill, every time she spots you, she gets very excited.
She
and
does.
Auntie Ruth, she spots Auntie Ruth
and
as
Auntie
well.
Ruth.
Yeah.
So I think actually, if you're up for this and you're interested in it, we'll start pursuing it. But it's only if you're up for it, because we can't do this on our own at the moment. But it'd be a nice thing. So put this.
It's an
Let's see
idea,
this.
just
So let's go on to this wonderful new video. Sue, can you just introduce it? Here you go.
So here we have the JV choir with JV singing "You've Got a Friend."
When you're down and troubled, and you need some love and care, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend.
Yeah, just serve me the smallest cup of coffee. Right?
Be grateful.
Looking full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow. Keep your head together now and call my name out loud. Soon I'll be knocking at your door. Oh, you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh, oh, oh. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them. But don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend. Oh, darling, you got a friend. My sweet darling, you got a friend. Oh, honey, you got a friend. Oh, darling.
What a great thing, made by my son. We filmed it with iPhones, and then he edited it all together to create that image, which I think now is taken us by storm. And people, you share and keep sharing that, please. Keep sharing that video. I'm just going to make a phone call now. It's a great one. And talking of which, let me just see whether Judy's there. She may not be there. Oh, I don't think she's answering. Okay. and I'm going to try somebody else. There's one other person that I wanted to try, and this is. I'll just see whether she's in. You never know. Let's see, shall we? I hope she's watching. Oh, no, she's not answering. Okay.
Right, well,
We move on.
move on.
We move on. And so, sorry, you were going to say?
Yeah, there are quite a few people that I would like to mention tonight. So, Rachel Eves, we are delighted that you are back from hospital and you are tucked up safely at home and you're watching us on the big screen for once. You've had far too long in hospital, really, but we're delighted that you're home again and your family looking after you. But Joan, you had your hip done this week and you came home and then you had a blood test result and you've had to go back in again. So we're sorry about that, and we hope that you are very quickly out of hospital again and back home. But if you're watching us, you're going to be watching us on a very tiny screen. So we send all our love and prayers and trust that your sodium, whatever it is that's in your blood that's not quite right, will be right. So that's Rachel and Joan. Graham Harrison, we're thinking of you, my love. And we know that life is not easy for you, dealing with the cancer. So we're thinking of you and what you're going through at the moment. And
same as Sylvia Newman.
Yeah, Sylvia Newman as well. We're thinking of you. And for everyone else for whom, you're dealing with other things on top of lockdown and separation from family and all the rest of it. So
now, I've got to do a number of pieces, and one of them
Yes,
was
you
this
do.
from Jeanette Main. And you can...
it's not even on my list, but
No,
there we are.
it's not.
Okay.
And it goes like this. And Jeanette sent me the music, and I can just... I don't know it, but I know John Pantry, who wrote the words and music quite well. He worked for the radio station. He was a musician. And it's called Wonderful Grace. Wonderful grace, that gives what I don't deserve, pays me for what Christ earned, and lets me go free. Wonderful grace, that gives me the time to change, washes away my stains that once covered me. And all that I have, I lay at my feet of the wonderful Savior who loves me. Wonderful love that held in the face of death, breathing the final breath, forgiveness for me. Wonderful love, whose power can break every chain, giving us life again and setting us free. And all that I have, I lay in my feet of the wonderful Savior who loves me. And all that I have, I lay at the feet of the wonderful Savior who loves me. My granddaughter, I keep talking about her today because she was. I talk about both of them. One of the wonderful things, I play the banjo, as you know, and I have it next door in the West Wing. And what? I'm just saying. And the butler often clears it up for me. But I say he's very angry, but I don't care. I've passed caring now. And when they come, we have to look after them on a Thursday. When they come on the Thursday, we have them alternately with the other grandparents, with Andy and Jill Hat Varney, as
You do.
cycling Andy and supportive wife,
Long-suffering Jill.
And when I pick, she literally goes and says, when she saw me today, I was out. I was
This
rowing.
is Lily, the
I was
baby,
rowing
isn't
out. Lily, the 1-year-old, saw me today, and she saw me and ran back into the lounge, went straight over to the banjo and hit it, and was going and pointing to me. She's 1, and so I have to pick her. And what she does,
Everyone's
she
a critic.
she just does a little bounce. That's what she does. And whenever I play, what she wants is this one. And I thought somebody wants, a variation theme. Now, variation theme was written. It's an idea where you take a theme, bar, bar, black sheep, have you had a will? Yes, sir, 3 about, and you extend it and you make it into different things. So I just thought, you all talk about, oh, you love it when I play the piano like that. So I thought, let's do this. I think you might actually get it. Those of you who listened from the beginning tonight, you'll notice the reference. Now that was fun. That was a real on the moment.
It was.
I had no idea what I was doing there. Just keep going. The fingers keep going, and anyway.
And that was especially for Mark Borisov and for Alan Main.
Misty, please. Can we
Right,
put that
Misty,
on the backing
let's do
track,
Misty.
my darling? Rachel, we can give a big shout out to our techie team
Yes.
who keeps this thing going. They are on the edge of their seat, but as you know, she's in Barrow Furnace and in Derbyshire, and there they are operating this for us now. Play Misty for me, baby.
1, 2, 3.
Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I don't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hand, that music I hear. I get misty whenever you're near. Don't you know that you're leading me on? But it's just what I want you to do. Can't you see that I'm hopelessly lost? That's why I'm following you. Oh, on now. And I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hands from my glove. I get misty too much in love. Once again, Mr. Ben Castle. Don't you know that you're leading me on? But it's just what I want you to do. Can't you see that I'm hopelessly lost? That's why I'm following you. When I wander through this wonderland, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hands from my glove, I get misty, too much in love. I get misty, I get misty, and too much in love. Fabulous, fabulous trio. That is Mark Edwards, in fact quartet. Mark Edwards on piano, saxophone is Ben Castle, Arnie now Samoji on double bass, and Darren E. Beckett on drums. These are all famous people, mega famous people in their own right, and they played on this album once again for us, for you. And that is one of the tracks on there, and that is the backing. That's the track as it occurs, okay? And that's more or less how I sing it. How was it? Did I sing it all right, Sue?
You sang it magnificently.
Is it all right?
It's not
I've
an easy
not done
song
that.
to
I've not,
sing.
and just so difficult. And it goes through three
Yeah,
keys.
no,
you know.
it's fabulous, really fabulous. Can I just say that was particularly for Carol and John Evans. John, it was your birthday yesterday, actually, 27th, so that was yesterday. So happy birthday for yesterday. And then on the 3rd, which is next Saturday, I think, it's your 39th wedding anniversary. So congratulations to both of you.
Really good. What's the ones I have to do?
So you have to do, yes.
Right, can we have, please, I've never done this before. I've never done this song before and I'm going to have to give it a shot. Because I recorded it and I never did it. I Surrender All. Is that okay for the backing track? This is with a beautiful backing track from Hymns Project 1, which is a stunning piece of work, if I say so myself. And this is the beautiful arrangement with Mark and myself. And he's done this wonderful piano part, which is almost unplayable for me. So I'm going to do it with the backing track because it's so orchestrally beautifully. Let's hear it.
And Linda Carahan, this is for you because it's your birthday today and you asked for this one. So take it away.
I surrender.
trust him in his presence dearly. Never done that before in public.
Well, that was quite exquisite, actually. Beautiful.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful
Such
arrangement.
a
Beautifully
wonderful
sung.
arrangement from Mark. Hymns Project 1.
Indeed.
That one, you just see it. And those of you who haven't got Hymns Project 1 and 2, it's such a wonderful thing to listen to. I think Sue Rinaldi described the second one as a work of art.
They're both,
they're
really
both
quite
fantastic.
special albums, and
Sue.
some wonderful rewritings of.
Yeah, wonderful hymns.
Still got a couple of songs to
Yeah,
do. You do
I
know
know.
that.
What are the songs we've got to do?
How Great Thou Art and Oh Love That Will Not Let Me Go.
Right, I'll do both of those now. Do you want to just talk about stuff and ordering stuff? And then I'll sing those out.
Yes, we will do that now. As we've been saying, the new album Moments is going to be delivered to me tomorrow. So Ruth and I are going to be spending Tuesday packaging it all up, and then Wednesday morning Jonathan's going to be signing, Ruth and I are going to be packaging, and then on Wednesday I will take them in about 13 big grey sacks to the depot for them to be sent out to you. If you gave through the crowdfunding, you will just receive one. If you didn't give through crowdfunding, or that you want to order some more copies, you can do that by going on to the www.jonathanvera.com shop, and that comes straight through to me. And if you want Jonathan to sign it for someone in particular when you order it like that, I can do it. We can't do individual signings for the crowdfunding, I'm afraid, because there's just too big an amount. It's a huge amount. But if you're ordering extra, then for presents, we could possibly do that. So thank you for that. And of course, other CDs, other books available. Majority of the CDs are just a mere £8. Moments is £12. Lockdown Sessions 1 is £12. The most of the rest are about £8, I think.
Yeah,
and
books
the books as well are £8. So
when we're out on the road, once we're back on the road, they will go back.
It'll be more
they'll go
people.
back up.
It'll be more.
But this is these are during lockdown times, and
Indeed.
we realise. Thank you for those of you who bought and I signed this week.
Yeah,
it's lovely to
so
get
much.
them, and don't throw away your CD players. Whatever young people are saying, you know, you can have it all on. And Al Duncan, I say to you, it will come out. The first one will come out on Spotify soon.
Yes,
on the 9th of April.
On the 9th of April, we will be releasing it as downloads available. That's Lockdown Sessions 1. But can I just point out that, lovely though that is, we don't actually get anything for that. I think we get 0.0017p for download. So that doesn't go very far, really. So, you know, much as we love you downloading it, please consider buying hard copy as well. If you can, if you've got a CD player. For those of you who have sent us gifts, thank you so much. We are humbled and grateful, and we're grateful for your presence within the community, and we're grateful for the gifts that you sent. For those of you who worry that you are not able to send anything, don't worry. Please don't worry.
That's nothing. That's it. You're here.
You're here with us, and that's all that we ask for. If you wish to donate, you can either go on paypal.me/Jonathan Vera, or you can contact me on sue@jonathanvera.com, and I will give you the bank details for you to transfer. But it is a gift. It is not essential. If you feel that you've got a bit of extra money you'd like to give it to us, then thank you. If not, please don't worry about it. I think that's it.
If you give anything. This is one of the most popular songs, most downloaded.
Again, I just want to say who this is for. So this song is for Tim Price from Pippa. You are going to be 70 in 2 days' time. So make the most of being in your 60s. You've only got 2 days left. So Tim, you're going to be 70 on the 30th of March. And you've also nearly been married for 36 years. So you're a brave man and you've done very well. And she sends you all her love. I also want to mention Ruth Southcombe. Peter's asked if we could mention the two of you. You've been married for 41 years now, just celebrating your anniversary. And I know that it's been a tough year. You've lost both mums this year, and we know that that's been really hard for both of you. So this one for those two couples, for Tim and Pippa, and for Peter and Ruth. Oh, love that will not let us go.
Oh, love that will not let me go. I rest my weary soul in thee. I give thee back the life I owe. That in thine ocean depths flow may reach a fool to be, may reach a fool to be. Oh, light that follows on my way, I yield my flickering torch to thee. My heart restores its borrowed ray, that in thy sunshine's blaze this day may brighter, fairer be, may brighter, fairer be. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that will not let me go. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that never lets me go. Oh, joy that seekest me through pain, I cannot close my heart to thee. I trace the rainbow through the rain, and feel the promise is not vain, that morn shall tearless be, that morn shall tearless be. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that will not let me go. Oh, perfect love, unchanging love, oh, love that never lets me go. Oh, Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all thy works thy hand hath made, I see the stars, I hear the mighty thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart. Then shall I bow in humble adoration and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. How great thou art, how great thou art, and sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great
Wow. And that was actually for two lots of people. Jim Bird, that was requested by your lovely wife Lynn, and she wishes to wish you a very happy birthday because it's your 60th plus one. You just missed your party last year because of all that was going on, and here we are again a year on and you're missing it again, so 60 plus one, and she just wants to send all her love and to thank you for being that rock that you are in her life through a very tough time. And also John and Jane Taylor, Little Bird tells me that you're 49 years old in your marriage on the 1st of April, 1st of April. And our times go right back to the days when we went to church together in London. And I remember, Jane, you and I being amused that you got married on April Fool's Day. Well, the fool is on everyone else because you're still there and you're just 1 year off your golden. So Julie Warren has asked for this for you. How Great Thou Art is the one that I thought that you might enjoy. So congratulations.
Finally, before we go, Easter.
Yes.
On Good
Coming
Friday.
up, Good Friday.
Coming up. We have a great 12 o'clock is when we're going to be on. 12 o'clock, we'll put lots of notices up to remind you. We're going to have reflections on the cross. We're going to have some special guests coming in to do it, including you asked for, and she agreed to do it. Pam Rhodes is going to come in and do a little thought, pre-recorded, and we're going to have lots of live contributions. I may be phoning some of you to do some reading for me of the text. And we're just going to have a time when we reflect. It will be a religious time for those of you who are not religious. Join us and come along and see what we're talking about, reflecting on Good Friday. What happened on Good Friday? Well, you can come and find out. And we've got David Bracewell topping and tailing and giving us a little thought at the end, together with Simon Holland, the lovely Simon Holland, who is also a vicar of mine here in Guildford. Works at the Garden Tomb, but not at the moment, in Israel, and he'll be joining us too. A real fun-packed, and in the Easter, we have the lovely Jeff Lucas, who'll be giving us an Easter thought to go away with, and Roger
Lots of
Sutton
other people.
also joining us, the lovely Reverend Roger Sutton, can't even say that. And that will be on Sunday at 8 o'clock. We have a service, an Easter service, and then we have an hour after that celebrating 50 programs since the lockdown began of the JV Life in the Steinway Room. So we want you all there, but lots of people join us over Easter. We'll be posting, and I'll be posting from dialysis, just telling you when things are going on and maybe phoning you. And here it goes. Go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. Give freely, show tenderness in all your ways.
Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame.
God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known by love.
God hold you,
enfold you,
and keep you
wrapped around His heart.
May you be known by love. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you His peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you His peace, and give you His peace.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn His face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you. Be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn His face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you, and be gracious to you.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you His peace, and give you His peace. Stay tuned to the Facebook page if you want to join. Facebook page, please do, just to answer the questions. And we'll be posting about Christmas as well, if you're interested. We'll be talking
Easter,
about
Christmas, lots
There
going
we go.
on.
God bless you.
God bless
and
you
we'll see you
guys.
Good Friday at 12 o'clock.
Thank you for joining us. Love you lots.